Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to your Grand Prix action this weekend, taking place at a brand new venue. Well, it's not a brand new venue, it's a familiar track that we all know and love. The Grand Prix, though, has changed its name. From now on, welcome to the Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix. Here's our track then, familiar to all drivers on the grid, and a long run from pole down into turn one is going to test their ability to brake as late as they possibly can. Through turn three, the tyres will take a huge amount of punishment. Turn 9-2 at the top of the hill, and look out for some spectacular sights of the cars at full throttle through turn 14. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Isaac Hadjar completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Antonelli, Piastri, Colapinto and Esteban Ocon, Albon, Sainz, Arvid Lindblad and Behrman, Gasly, Lawson, Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas, Hülkenberg, Perez, Bortoleto and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Okay mate, boost mode if you need it, boost mode if you need it. Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Okay, Russell's ahead. Time last lap, 1:20.4. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 2.0 seconds. They're all fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Come on mate, you're down by 0.8 a lap. What have you got? Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.0 seconds. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Box, box, we're coming in this lap.
Yeah.
Okay, remember to pit this lap. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful. Isaac's in the pits. That's Isaac in the pits. Good job, nice overtake. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds. Okay, take it easy on the car, we can't sustain this level of damage. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Be warned, the floor is now critically damaged. Okay, Piastri just ahead. Push hard, push hard. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. And the time last lap, 1 minute 21.0. We're dropping more than 5 seconds a lap. We've got to find some speed. There's serious damage to the underbody. Repeat, serious damage to the underbody. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Our gap to first place, 17.1 seconds. Okay, Antonelli ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 10.5 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That's what it is. We're just too slow, so it's impossible to keep them behind.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
Incredible victory today, and this really keeps their hopes in the driver's title away, and you can just see how much of a celebration is going on down there. It proves what it means to them.
It's what every driver imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One, and for our lucky three today, here's the podium waiting for them. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.